Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Romer again, and I am back to share with you some more facts about giraffes. So, we're going to read another story today, and before we do, however, I want to show you on a map exactly where Africa is, because as we learned yesterday, that's where our giraffes are from, right? So, I'm going to pick you up again and move you over here to our map. And you can see that over here in the orange, this is North America. This is where we live. We are right down here at the very bottom. This is Georgia right here in this corner. And so that's where we live. And most of the giraffes live way over here across the water here in this big piece of land. This big piece of land right here is called Africa. And there's lots of plains and flat land, basically, here in Africa. So, anyway, so that's where the giraffes live. All right, so now we are going to get into our book on giraffes. So let me get our book all opened up and started so we can start reading. And once again, you can read along with me. And what you're going to do after we read this story is I want you to think of two more things that you've learned in this story that it didn't have in the other story. Things that you've learned that are new about giraffes. Write it down in your journal so that you now have a total of 5 new sentences all about giraffes. And make sure you color in that picture really nice and pretty of some kind of giraffe living on the plains in Africa. Remember, giraffes have different kinds of spots. So it doesn't matter what kind of spots you want to put on your giraffe. That's okay, because there's no 2 giraffes that look alike. So however you want to do your giraffe, that is just fine. So here we go. And once again, I'm going to pick you up again so that you can see the pictures. And here we go. All right, let me get my camera here all in order so that you can see really well. Okay. Elephants, lions, zebras. Africa has lots of cool animals. And one of the coolest? Giraffes. In Egypt, giraffes were kept as pets. Romans thought giraffes were a mix of 2 animals, a camel and a leopard. Those silly Romans. That's not true. Back then, people didn't know much about giraffes. But today we know more. We still have a lot to learn. Giraffes are the tallest animals in the world. Male giraffes can grow up to 19 feet tall. Their necks are 7 feet long. A neck like that must have lots of bones, right? No. A giraffe has 7 bones in its neck. That's the same number of bones you have in your neck. But each giraffe neck bone is about a foot long. That's as long as a ruler. 1 foot equals a whole ruler, which is 12 inches. Long necks help giraffes reach food. They eat leaves from acacia trees. The acacia trees are full of sharp thorns. A giraffe gets past the thorns with its tongue. A giraffe's tongue is 18 inches long. It's also blue-black. We learned that in the last story, didn't we, about his tongue. A giraffe doesn't drink much. Most of the water a giraffe needs comes from the acacia leaves. That's good. Bending down to drink is awkward for a giraffe. It can also be dangerous. That's when lions attack. Giraffes are good at keeping watch. They have big eyes with long eyelashes. They have good eyesight and good hearing. They can spot danger from far away. Oxpeckers keep watch too. Those are birds. See the birds on the giraffe's neck? Those are oxpeckers. The birds ride on a giraffe's back or neck. If one sees a threat, it makes a noise. It's helpful when the giraffe is napping. Giraffes don't sleep much. Remember the other book said about a few hours a day? This book though says 5 to 30 minutes a day. So I'm not sure which one is correct, but we know that giraffes don't sleep a lot at all. They spend most of their time eating those leaves. Giraffes are gentle, but they are not defenseless. That means that they can take care of themselves if they need to. They run fast, up to 35 miles per hour. They have hard hooves. A kick from an angry giraffe can kill a lion. Most baby animals are small. Not this one. A baby giraffe is as tall as a full-grown man. It weighs 150 pounds. It has furry horns, too. The horns are called ossicones. In an hour, the baby giraffe is on its feet. For the first few weeks, the mother and baby giraffe keep to themselves. Then they join the herd. The other giraffes greet them. Giraffes are friendly. They nuzzle, they rub necks, they watch out for one another. When the mother giraffe needs to find food, a giraffe auntie helps out. She watches the baby until mother comes back. Look at the spots on a giraffe. The spots are like fingerprints. No two giraffes have the same markings. The pattern won't change for the giraffe's whole life. But different types of giraffes have different looking spots. These spots look like a net. These look like leaves. These have a lot of bumps. You can tell what kind of giraffe it is by its spots. Why do giraffes have spots? The pattern helps giraffes hide in the wild. They blend into the sunlight and the shade. For a long time, people thought giraffes didn't make noises, but they do. They snort, they hiss. Sometimes giraffes tilt their heads back. Air rushes out of their throats. The sounds are low, too low for people to hear, but machines can record them. Maybe this is how giraffes talk to one another. If you went to Kenya, Africa, you could stay at Giraffe Manor. Giraffe Manor is a hotel on over 100 acres of land. It is also home to a herd of giraffes. The giraffes don't mind sharing with guests. They poke their heads into the hotel windows. They watch people eat breakfast. The giraffes are hoping for a treat. Giraffe Manor is a safe place for giraffes to live. It is a great place to learn about giraffes too. We still have a lot to learn about giraffes. They're tall, they're quiet, and they are really cool. All right. So boys and girls, that is our fact story on giraffes. tomorrow we are going to make our own construction paper giraffe, and I want you to name your giraffe. And then we are going to end our week with writing about our new giraffe friend that we are going to make tomorrow. But for today, go ahead, write me 2 more facts in your journal about giraffes. Take a picture of that and send it to me. And I will see you guys tomorrow when we make our giraffe. Bye-bye, boys and girls.